In this episode of Geek of the Road, Kim's getting a new stereo and some tweaks to her instrument cluster. So we need one stereo, a fitting kit, something to have music on, iPod in this case, screwdriver and a cable. Pop off the gear surround, remove the ashtray and 3 screws hold the stereo surrounds in place. Once that's removed, another 4 screws secure the stereo itself. Finally, another 4 screws hold the standard stereo onto its mounting brackets. When mounting brackets onto a new stereo, you must pay attention to the maximum screw depth stamped on the side. In this case, 8mm. A longer screw may well hit the circuit boards inside and damage your stereo before you've even got it in the car. This stereo has a loom to provide ISO standard car stereo plugs, and a cheap wiring adapter means you don't need to cut and solder the entire loom to match the car. Because this MR2 has an active system, meaning there's a separate amplifier within the car, I only need to use the ISO plug for the basic power connections. Rather than using this stereo's internal amplifier, the audio goes via these RCA plugs at the correct line level for the car's amp. Find the amp enable lines on both adapters, in my case these 2 blue wires, and connect them either with solder and heat shrink or by crimping. I've used a small drawer to fill the extra space in the doubled in, and this mounts up to the same brackets as the stereo. Now the stereo is ready to go back in the car, however the dash is in pieces anyhow, so I might as well pull out the instrument cluster and do a couple of small mods to that too. This is the back of the instrument cluster. It's illuminated by 4 501 bulbs, and as standard from the factory they came with this blue tint, which is just to make a yellow bulb look a bit whiter really. Take that out, chuck that away, put in an LED. Now it's possible to get the LED the wrong way round. The only way to find that out really is to plug it in and try it. The only thing to say though, this is the bulb for the low level warning light on the fuel, and that has to be a filament bulb to work, so don't replace that one with an LED. The rest of them, all good. I'm also going to install some chrome rings around the dials. To do this, I need to split open the cluster. Start by popping the 8 black clips around the cluster and carefully prise off the front. Whatever you do, don't put your thumb where mine is here, because you'll break the plastic if you do. Once the front is off, the transparent cover is removed in exactly the same manner. Place each chrome ring into the fascia in turn and use a blunt tool, in my case my ratchet screwdriver, to flatten off the back, securing the trim in place and allowing it to sit flat against the gauge face. Finally, reassemble everything, making sure all the clips are securely clicked in place. With the cluster back together, everything's ready to go back in the car, not forgetting to attach the USB cable for the iPod to the stereo, and then feeding that cable through to the glove box so an iPod can be attached. And so I've got tunes in the car and the look of the dash has been freshened up. If you've enjoyed this video, do subscribe to the channel, give the video a like as well, and next time on Geek of the Road I'll be making an induction kit from scratch.